Welcome back, fans and friends, for this upcoming video. The 2015 version of the car I'm about to do, well, the one that I have, obviously, this car was not made 2015, but it's the release 30, so rather early in this M2 series of vehicles, is the Chevrolet SS 454, and so basically the 1970 model of that car. And it is done in M2's old style, where they have the door brace on this side. If you can remember, I damaged the door last time, and the partially should you open it, should you not open it on that side. They've completely discontinued it. None of their new M2s, I believe, have this sort of thing. It's just extra and unnecessary, and people damage their things. Plus, you can't showcase it with the doors open because this thing interferes. The door will not open wide enough with the gap between that and the inside of it. Anyway, car was done really well. From what I remember, the Goodyear tires, everything is written on. You have SS on the side, 1970, and SS on the rear of the vehicle. And then you had the 454, one of the larger V8s of the era, especially concerning GM cars. You can just see it there. And so why is that important? Well, in this video, I will be having the newer iteration, recasting of this car. It is the release 77 SS, so it is the Super Sport. It's the 396 though, instead of the 454, and it's the 29th casting of this car from this year. And then I guess it's an advertising mode, like the Camaro from last video. I brought that up a little bit, and you have the Chevrolet on the move, and then in 10 seconds your resistance will self-destruct as a nod to the quarter mile, I believe. And as you can see there, lights are still inserts. Grille is mostly the same. You can sort of see a gap between the top of the hood, but that is not breaking it for me. Like I said, you don't really have good selection getting things from Walmart, so if they have something you really want, if you don't get it, it's gone. And then Chevelle by Chevrolet. On the move, once again, we have everything here. Goodyear, instead of usually they do ET tires, and officially licensed product. You have 01024 15270R, which is their normal, and then this is the date that you're looking for on the underside of the vehicle. And so this one is done in this shining silver. Not too bad. Gonna go ahead and get head out, and unlike the previous Barracuda, they actually don't tell us. We have the 8600 for the pieces production, but then nothing about chase. I mean, none of the other vehicles I usually do from M2 have that anyway. So if that's not necessary, they didn't do it here. So, one thing I did notice though, that they started doing on the M2s, they will have a sticker seal on the bottom of the car, and just there we can see 396 SS underneath Chevelle. They have two of the M2 stickers. You can just see there. The older ones only had the one. If that's not really that important, their sticker labels do look nice though, so I'll give them that. Definitely unique. So, like I can see right off the bat, unfortunately the wheels are not as nicely done in this vehicle. We can see just sort of an offset there, and that's a screw issue. The car is not level on the base. I'll start with the front. You can just see there now the gap in the hood. You can actually see the red interior if you look in. I don't believe, I can't tell because this one doesn't have the, it has a plastic insert so it won't drop closed. Anyway, we have inserts for the lights. We have there the turn signals, everything nice and shiny chrome. On to the left side we do have a bit of a door gap there. SS unfortunately is written in silver, and if I go like this you can just sort of see it, and then underneath is 396 would be exactly the same as that Nova I did from Greenlight, extremely similar. The left door likes to fight, and then this one is so easy, and this one doesn't want to move. It's a left door syndrome. Anyway, like I said, the wheels are not as well done as on this, so that's a shame. That's what you're getting. You get the silver stripes instead of the black ones, and the roof, however, is the vinyl top. And on the hood, for some reason written in reverse, is cowl induction. So I don't like, okay, so I know what cowl induction is, but if you're reading this, it's written actually the letters backwards. So COWLINDUCITON. I don't know if that's an issue. I am just going to look at the older Malibu, and sorry, Chevelle. Why am I calling it a Malibu? And see if that's the thing. I'll get to that near the end. There's the tie downs. Everything else seems to be okay. Turn indicator, and onto the back of the car, 1970. Nice gold letters. There we see the SS. Everything more or less nice and even. Chevelle. But I don't know what it says underneath Chevelle. Smart thing would be to get a magnifying glass, because nowhere on the car does it actually say Super Sport, just says SS. Anyway, onto the right side of the car, I also did not see gas cap. Like I said, they usually have it in the trunk. But anyway, I will just quickly look on this Chevelle. And yeah, you see here what they've done is they've written it properly. You see cowl, C-O-W-L, induction, so going from left to right. And then on this side, exact same thing. Cowl, induction, going from left to right. So what they've done with this Chevelle is literally printed backwards for absolutely no reason. I don't know, they like people reading it differently, because you can just see there what I'm saying. The cowl and induction is written backwards. And this one did it right, and this one did not, for whatever reason. For no reason is what it is. Like, you had it right the first time, and then you screwed it up, and now it looks just really stupid. At least I noticed that the backwards lettering. For those of you that read Latin letters, once again, that's what I'm talking about. You see cowl induction is written backwards, and here it is not written backwards. Cowl, C-O-W-L-I-N-D-U-C-T-I-O-N. Alright, so with that out of the way, it did look weird, and my brain was not wrapping around the fact that made in China, 2024 cast line. They have it etched into the bottom of the car, but it just says 1970 Chevelle, nothing else. Yes, so they wrote it in silver letters there. So, without anything else, the red interior is not quite as good as that Camaro is. But here we are. Otherwise, it appears to be the tie downs are etched on this car. They appear to be simple rondelles on that. So other than that, I mean, just the lettering for induction is backwards, and the gap in the grille, I guess if you want to pop the hood, it does kind of help. I'm afraid of breaking this. Does not want to open. See here we have now another issue. How improperly is it made, where it's like this. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you can see there a bunch of quality control issues. Nobody's reading it, apparently. Nobody's looking. I do see here, though, you can see there the two inserts on the left and right of the new hood. They aren't absolutely much reduced in the older version. They don't go anywhere, so you don't see any pins in the bottom to make it fit. It's literally just done for no reason. Anyway, there's a side-by-side comparison of the engine, the 396 with the 454. This is a 396 car I have. This is the Chevy Nova, which is coming up in a new video. Not this one, but I bought the new one, the Hollywood Rides one. It comes with the SC 427Y. Anyway, this one is the 396, which I assumed to be the same engine as what's in this one, but apparently it is not. You can see a bunch of differences. Anyway, fans and friends, thanks for watching. Everything was good until the induction written backwards on the hood, and the hood itself being super wobbly. The car looked really nice when I didn't touch it, and then I touched it, and now it's a B+ at best. Anyway, and you can just see how loose the tolerances are right there. But at the very least, if it's going to stay in the case, it's going to, for the most part, not be moving or be moved. So there we have it, fans and friends, a B+ Chevelle. Unfortunately, 396, not as well done as the earlier 454. And otherwise, I don't know if you want to make it worth your time. Major glaring issue is the gap, the hood, and then the cowl induction written backwards for no reason. Anyway, does it roll? Yeah, it rolls very well, though. We'll give it that. Look at that. Fans and friends, thanks for watching. 1970 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 396. It's Thomas from Toronto. Thanks for watching, and till the next one.